Hey everyone, Charity here from Ghost Town Metalworks, and wanted to do hopefully a pretty short live video today to just kind of catch you up on what's going on this end, and also say thank you to everyone that's registered for the Zoom class that I spearheaded, and was so fortunate that Emily Marquis from Emily Marquis Designs and Marquis Jewelry Academy decided to jump on and help also. I'm really excited for it. So anyone that has interest in the whole like how to figure out how to price your jewelry, and then just trying to sort and figure out like what the tax thing is all about. You know, once you start your own business, sometimes we end up getting a little bit over our heads when we are unexpected entrepreneurs and all of a sudden our business starts doing well, and we haven't necessarily been to business school or had training or classes on the financial business side of it. So Emily and I still have a couple of spots left, but it is filling up. We'll be maxed out at 100 participants. So thank you. I definitely did not expect this many people to want to join it, but obviously that proves that there is a large need for guidance on this kind of stuff, and we're more than happy to do it. Emily and I are not trained tax professionals. We're not CPAs or anything like that. I will be talking to a really good friend of mine, an old roommate from college who is a CPA, to kind of field some of the questions you guys have been sending in before we have the Zoom. But again, Emily and I, disclaimer, like we're not tax professionals, but some guidance is helpful, and I feel like a lot of times tax professionals don't quite understand the intricacies of what a jewelry business is, or just a maker's business, not even necessarily pertaining to jewelry specifically. The Zoom will be geared more towards jewelry, but a lot of these rules can apply to any kind of business where you are doing handmade products and you're a small enough business to where like you are the sole employee, or you only have an assistant or something like that. So, Chris from Line Punch Forge says, no idea what you're talking about, over your head, haha. So it's just, yeah, we're excited for everyone to be there. So thank you so much. It was a really cool response, and it's a free class. We're not charging for it. Hi there, David John Lillis, hello. So yeah, we just wanted to do it for free. I mean, it's just stuff we figured out on our own. Emily's been in the jewelry industry for like 10 years, and then I've been in it for 4 now. And I grew up in a house where being an entrepreneur was pretty encouraged. My dad has been his own boss for more years than I've been alive. So I do have some of that just life experience to be bringing into it too. But we're excited to see everyone. If you are interested in it, you just need to send a direct message to either me or Emily Marquis and ask your email to be added to the list, and we'll send you a Zoom link. It's going to be at 5 o'clock here Pacific Standard Time, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time when we jump on and do that. But we will be looking for to send you guys out emailed links afterwards too. Whenever I do get it uploaded to YouTube, I will be emailing that link out again, so you have direct access to the YouTube thing, just in case you were busy and you only got to catch the second half of the Zoom, or you wished you'd had time to take notes and you couldn't, because you were driving and listening or something like that. So we want to make sure we do that, and then also we'll probably be attaching some helpful documents to that follow-up email that's got the YouTube link in it. That will be more geared towards jewelry people to help you figure out pricing. So just so happy to have you guys join us there. So thank you. Today is a bench day. I will be working on customs. I still have quite a few customs to be working through. It has been a balance since opening PCC to get customs done, but they are getting done, and I'm chipping away at them, so that feels good. And it's just so nice to see these beautiful stones getting set, and then happy faces of clients when they get them. So it's wonderful. And then I have some exciting news about classes that I will be taking myself this year. I get to take a Nicole Ringgold class, and then will be taking a class from Emily Marquis over in Connecticut with a few other Smiths. So I have some really exciting stuff coming up in terms of my business and my skill set. And then I, in turn, will be starting to teach some classes here at Pacific Crest Creatives. My studio is located in the back of PCC now. I moved most of my studio from my house. I still have my casting supplies at home since that takes a lot of space up, but I've moved majority of my studio here, so I will be starting to teach metalsmithing classes myself to people that are local here, and we'll be starting out with kind of lower level, entry level classes that will either be cold connect or things like that, and then working up from there. Chris from Line Punch Forge will also be coming teaching classes. We also have interest from Daisha of Little Crown Benchmade coming here to teach, and even Nancy LT Hamilton has had interest in coming up to visit us here. David from Pepe Tools, so Pepe Tools is going to try to make it over here hopefully sometime this year, and we're actually going to become a Pepe Tools dealer, which I'm very excited about. So that means if people come here and take metalsmithing classes and they're just so in love with it, they can literally buy stuff here and walk out the door with stuff to start it at home. So it's a really exciting year. 2021 is going to be cray in the best way possible. So I just wanted to say thank you to everyone that's been here, been supportive. I wanted to give a huge shout out and thanks to my clients, my custom clients, for just being so freaking patient with the process. 2020 was such a hard year for just being able to get work done and having kids home, and then just one thing after another, and then the opportunity for PCC came up, and it's been in my mind for years, and it was the time to strike. Got to strike while the iron's hot, they say. And so I'm really glad I did. The timing was so perfect for it in terms of what our community really needed, what the artists needed for just kind of a hard year for being able, you know, a lot of farmers markets and cool shows and stuff were shut down. So it was just another chance for local artists here to be able to have their work on display and have it be seen and hopefully purchased, but definitely appreciated. So I'm just full of gratitude and cannot thank everyone enough. Chris also says PCC is an official dealer of Line Punch Forge tools too. Yes, that is something that we're working on that I'm also really excited about. So we'll be stocking Chris's inventions and awesome tools and everything. He also just has a display out front of his beautiful jewelry, which is a brutalist style, and some of his cut stones. And he has a really cool knife that he made up there out of an old saw blade from a sawmill. I think he said it was from Oregon. So Chris has some really cool stuff in here, and we're going to keep expanding on that. So yes, we will be a Line Punch Forge dealer as well. So we'll be carrying his lion's claws, and he's coming up with really cool like bezel pushers, and the man's mind is always going. He's always got something awesome. So we're really excited to be a dealer for him too. So there's a lot of things for people to look forward to in terms of clients and customers, and then wondering like, well, it's a big year for charity and like metalsmiths, right? It's heavy on the metals rolling out. Finally, I got aprons for sale. We're working on utility suits and got all this cool stuff. And it's been just an awesome year, and I've really enjoyed expanding my community and just who I've overlapped with and wonderful people I've met, and just everyone just builds on each other's energy. And it's so cool. As far as my customers and my clients go, you guys will be getting an email from me shortly. There will be some changes to Ghost Town Metalworks. That being said, I will never stop making jewelry. I'm going to keep making jewelry. It may just be at a different pace or be different types of things depending on what's going on here. As I start to split my energy a little bit more between teaching classes and running the storefront here and curating the front art gallery, we've gotten so many applications for artists for the front, which is amazing. So rad, and they just keep pouring in, and I'm selective in who I let up there because we're trying to do a particular feeling for the space and everything, but we'll be working in themed art shows in the back part of the space. In our teaching area will be themed art shows that'll be on more like a shorter basis, like a 1 or 2 month turnaround as opposed to the 6 month thing in front. But we have so many cool things going on, and I just am excited to be here and keep sharing it with you guys. And I don't know, what a wild ride it's been. So look forward to it. Look forward to Ghost Town Metalworks, different types of jewels, different kinds of techniques. This is the year of casting, and Emily is going to do some really intensive stuff with me and my little group and teaching us particular skill set things that we've really been wanting and needing. Nicole Ringgold is going to be teaching myself and Michelle Lier filigree, silver carving, which makes stuff look casted, but you fabricated it by hand or carved it, which is amazing. And she's up in Twisp, Washington, so that's a few hours away from me, back in another little mountain town. So I've got some really cool things to keep expanding my skill set. That's very important to me. As a person, as a human, I am a perpetual student. I need to learn all the time in order to be happy. If I feel like I have everything conquered and figured out, the challenge is gone. And that's why I'm so drawn to this particular industry, is that you never have it all figured out. There's always so many things that you can go, so many different directions. And especially being a multi-artist like I am, it's cool because I can start maybe incorporating some other types of artwork that I really love into my business, along with the passion for kind of doing this whole clothing line thing. And that's been really cool too. So, I don't know. I just wanted to say thank you to everyone for being here. And, I don't know. And try to keep your heads in good space. Look for silver linings. Things just, you think like it can't get more crazy in terms of the world, and then you wake up the next morning and you see the news and you're like, wow, didn't think it was possible for things to get more crazy, and then here we are. That other thing happened that I thought would never happen. Personal bit of advice, take it or leave it. I have learned to protect my energy some, because when things are so upsetting to me and they're things that I literally have zero control over, it will put me in a funk for the day. I am totally an empath. If other people are upset, I feel upset. And I just really mirror the emotions that are around me. So I've had to learn to be a little bit guarded about that. It doesn't mean that you stick your head in the sand and you have no idea what's going on in the world and that you don't want to know and you have blinders on. You know, you need to be aware of what's around you. Just be so careful that you are not immersing yourself in it, that you cannot stop thinking about it. You're obsessed about it. You can't get it off your mind, especially when it's something that you cannot change. The only thing that we have control over in our lives are our own responses to situations and to people. That is it. We cannot control anything else. We can control our actions and we can control our words, right? And we can try to control our thoughts. So just try to stay in a positive place and you'll go far. And journaling is really great. Taking a few minutes for yourself is really great. Working out is really great. I just can't encourage everyone enough to do that. If you find yourself in a hard place mentally and you're feeling depressed, really stressed out, reach out to someone. We all care and we're all here to support you. And I always encourage people, if they're having a rough time, like, I am always an open ear. I am here no matter what you need. So I love you guys and we all should love each other. And I wish for nothing but peace and healing for like the entire world, the whole human race together as a whole. So I just wanted to throw that on the end, just because it is such a crazy time. It feels weird sometimes, and it's something I'm working on, to be celebrating my own strides, my own goals, my own ambitions, you know, when I'm making, you know, progress towards these goals that I have, and have celebration while there's all this like chaos and turmoil going on in the world around me, is the fact that there will always be light somewhere, you know, and try to draw yourself to it. Just because there's darkness and chaos around you doesn't mean you have to participate in it or be obsessed with it or whatever. If anything, try to pull yourself out of it and try to pull others out of it too. Is that we love each other. Let's take care of each other. Let's support each other and try to make change where we can. But try to not be consumed by the things that we can't control. So, yeah. And so sweet messages here. Chris from Lion Punch Forge says, yes, I'm here too. Chris has a lot of training actually in helping people that maybe are in hard places mentally. He's an amazing person to reach out to, who is very loving and very open. Dangrave girl Jamie is the same. So good. Such a sweet-hearted, kind person. Like, reach out. There are a lot of people out here that care. You know, whether you feel like you know us very well or not, is that we're all here for you. We're all human. We all have rough days and stuff. And if we can make your day a little bit better, we're happy to. So keep your chins up and just keep your eyes on the prize. I am completely floored by the amount of things I accomplished in 2020 in spite of all of the things that were being thrown at me externally. And there are a few places that I have to thank for that. Number one, that's my support system. My husband, my family, my friends, my metalsmith community, my business entrepreneur community, my ability to set goals and to try to keep my eyes on the prize and think about them and try to stay positive. And then my beliefs. I believe in God personally. Doesn't mean all you guys have to or whatever. I totally respect everyone having their own thoughts, and I embrace people coming from different backgrounds, but that's what gives me faith to push on. So having something bigger to believe in, and to believe in that there is a large purpose out there for all of us, that everything that is happening, whether it's crappy or good or whatever, is that there's this saying is like, you can't see the forest through the trees. In other words, it's like when you're in the middle of something, you can't understand it until you have a change in perspective. Like a bird's eye view would show you where you're walking through this forest and what the end game is, right? This map that has a great place to go. But when you're in the middle of it and you're down stuck in the trees and you look around, everything looks the same and you feel lost and you don't understand the purpose. It just is all about trying to reframe your mindset and just try to go with the flow, stay calm, and try to stay positive as much as possible and make changes where you can. So, getting off my soapbox, but I just wish really good things for everyone this year, and I hope that everyone can just feel the love, and it makes you feel inspired and encouraged to get out there and maybe try to do one good thing for yourself today and one good thing for someone else today. And try to mark one thing off that list that you've been meaning to do, that you've been putting off. So, I love you all. Happy Thursday. To those of you who signed up for the Thursday night Zoom session with myself and Emily Marquis for pricing and taxes, we will see you guys. If you emailed your email, or if you DM'd your email to us by last night, you should have already woken up to a link this morning. That way you can test it, make sure your Zoom account's all set up and all of that stuff. If you've emailed this morning or messaged this morning that you want your email added, you'll probably be getting the Zoom link closer to the meeting time. So just make sure you're checking your junk folder or your promotions folder, because it'll be coming from mine or Emily Marquis' email addresses. So if you're not used to getting email communication from us already, just make sure you double check, okay? Yes, thank you. Thank you, Jen, was that? Jeannie, thank you for joining. It's good to see you guys. So sending love. We'll talk to you soon.